Hi there, stats class. Here's your second video here. Looks like I got the first one to upload and checked it out, so great. We've got population by state over here, and we are going to come up with some descriptive statistics. There's some great operations on your Chromebook for that purpose. Imagine we were going to try to find the average population of all the states. We would have to add up all 50 states and then divide by 50, and that would take a while. Your Chromebook can produce this rather quickly. If we simply just go up there and press the equal sign and then start typing in the word average, and you can see it pulls up average, numerical average in a data set. If you click on that, it's now asking, it says parenthesis, it's asking for the data range we want to use. And we're going to start with this California 39 million. We don't choose California, we just choose the data. We scroll all the way down to where the data ends. And it goes all the way down to, you can see it starts with B2 and it goes down to B51. So you can see what it's taking is it's using, if we go all the way up here then, it's got B2 colon B51, and then you need to end it with a parenthesis there. And that's what's going to be typing into that cell. And sure enough, it calculates it to be about 6.5 million. If I go back up and I highlight that one, you can see over here exactly what it has. Average B2, so your column B, row 2, column B, row 2, that's where California is. It goes all the way down to B51. We'll do another one. We'll do mode. Just press equals and mode, M-O-D-E, most commonly occurring value in the data set. It strikes up that parenthesis there. Just select it from B2 down to B51. And there you go. Close the parenthesis and press enter. As you go back up to look at it, you can see it doesn't like that because there is no mode. There's not a value that occurs more than once. They all occur exactly once. I'm going to show you a different way to go about this. Equals median. And if you just type MED, you can select median. Instead of scrolling, I'm going to do capital B2 colon B51 parenthesis. And I could just type it in. Same thing for minimum, equals minimum value. What's the smallest value? B2 colon B51. The maximum value, same thing, equals max. I select maximum and I go B2 colon B51. Now, a quartile would be where 25% of the data lies. So if you look down here, 25% of the data out of 50, what is that? It could be about 12, 12 and a half. So if we look at, say, 12 and a half groupings, say something like around here, up to, say, Idaho or West Virginia, looks like the first quartile should be around 1.8 million or something like that. Now, we don't actually have to look at that. We could just simply type in equals quartile. And if you select quartile, what we do is we do the same thing, B2, B51. We have to tell which quartile we want. So you do comma 1, and then close your parenthesis and press enter. And then quartile 3, same thing, equals quartile. And you go B2 colon B51, and then comma. And then after the comma, we choose 3 and press enter. And there you have it. There's all of your data. Now we're going to try to actually make a box and whisker plot. In order to make the box and whisker plot, you are going to write the word graph for the graph that we want. And you're going to write minimum, quartile 1, median, quartile 3, and maximum. Those are the important spots in a box and whisker plot. You guys recognize that from when I have, in fact, plotted your data after tests. The minimum is going to be that 577, 737. Your quartile 1 is going to be 1,836, 1,836,691. And your median is, we decided 4,564,190. And your quartile 3, 7,444,790. 604.75. And your maximum we have at 39,557,045. There we have it. What you're going to do is you're just going to, don't select the min or the quartile. We're going to graph all the way over. And we're going to insert, and we're going to insert a chart. And we call this box and whisker. Your computer actually calls this a candlestick graph. So if you select that column chart and scroll down, we are going to look for this guy, which says candlestick chart. And it does not like what I have written there for some reason. So that's unfortunate. Let's see what happened there. This worked last time I did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got all 5 of these. Column 5 must be numeric. Let's try it again. Delete. And I'm going to select the set, insert, chart. Hopefully I didn't mess this up. Candlestick chart. Oh, it's still angry. Delete that guy. I'm going to try one time again. I'm just going to select this data and instead of graph and see what I get. So insert chart, and we are going to go down and select the candlestick one, and it says column 1 must be text. So I must have something typed in here incorrectly. I must have a period in here or something. I wonder if we can see it at all. Oh, right there. It doesn't like that. I have a comma. It wants the decimal point. I did. There we go. That it was a comma 75 instead of 0.75. That it didn't like that at all. I bet if we now try to insert our chart, sure enough, we're going to get this candlestick chart to work out. There it is. Great. There we have it. Okay. Nice little box and whisker plot to be able to show right there. Okay. And we're going to show you one more to do as well along with this. So the second one we're going to do is we're going to do a histogram. And a histogram is kind of like a bar graph, except it shows how many are gathered. Okay, how many are gathered. And so as we look at how many are gathered, here's an example. Let's look at how many are between 0 and 2 million. How many between 0 and 2 million? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We have 14 between 0 and 2 million. We're going to show kind of how that's gathered and the distribution that we have. And here's how we do it. Very simple. Just grab all the data points and we go ahead into insert chart. And this time what we're going to do is we are going to select, if you go to setup, we are going to select histogram. And it's down here. It's kind of by that box and whisker plot histogram. Select that and look at how it groups it. This is pretty nice. Okay. Does a lot of nice things. But look at the bins on the bottom. It goes from 0 to 5.7 million. And we said we were looking to 2 million. So the other thing you want to do to change the data here, you can see most states have between 0 to 5 million or so. But you can change, and we call this the bin size or the bucket size. If you go into edit chart and you click on that histogram chart and we want to customize it, customize your histogram, and it says bucket size. And don't use commas here, but just type in 2 million. And as I hit enter there, sure enough, you can see we have 14 of the 2 millions. And then it drops down to about 9 for between 2 million and 4 million. So on and so forth. And this shows a really nice, easy kind of progression of the population of the state. You could change it again if you want to. You could go in here, edit chart, customize, and again, for your histogram and your bucket size, don't use any commas. It does not like that. but you could go ahead and instead of a 2, you could choose a 3. And so here's the data distribution if you have 3 million for each bucket. And it just chooses the number of states that has populations within that data range. And histograms are very, very, very nice graphs to be able to make. If you want to, kind of drag that up, you can. You have to select on it and then drag it. And when it sits low, it's kind of a pain to do, but you just kind of bring it on up here, and there you have it. So I was planning, I can only do 15 minutes per video, but there's our 2 graphs. If you look on the bottom here, it says in class together. You could practice on that one if you want to. You don't have to, but for sure do the on your own one and produce these data sets and then send it to me. This would be your second homework assignment. Okay. So good luck. I hope everything goes great. Reach out if you need help. Thanks so much for being here this week.